Welcome all of you to this video. Till now, in geometry, we have learnt about polygons and their types, angles, some properties of quadrilateral, trapezium and kite. Today we will learn about another important element in geometry, the parallelogram and its properties. Here are some examples that you might be familiar with. You can see that a parallelogram exists in all these objects. So, can you guess how many sides and angles are there in a parallelogram? Well done! Because a parallelogram is a type of quadrilateral, the parallelogram has 4 sides and 4 angles. So let's understand the parallelogram with the help of a game. Two friends, Raju and Ramesh, are having a discussion. Raju drew parallel lines P and Q on a page like this. Ramesh drew a line I that cuts 2 parallel lines. Raju drew a line M parallel to I in a way that gives them a polygon with 4 sides. Naming the vertices A, B, C and D. Raju says the figure ABCD is a quadrilateral. So can you tell Raju, what is the special name of quadrilateral ABCD? This shape is made up of 2 pairs of parallel lines. A quadrilateral in which both pairs of the opposite sides are parallel is called a parallelogram. So let us now understand the characteristics of a parallelogram. Join the vertex A to vertex C and vertex B to vertex D. We find 2 diagonals AC and BD of the same quadrilateral intersecting at the point O. Now cut the shape ABCD with scissors. Because this quadrilateral is composed of a pair of 2 parallel lines, the opposite sides of this quadrilateral will be parallel. Now, if we cut this quadrilateral with respect to the diagonal AC in this way, we get 2 triangles ABC and ADC. By placing one triangle on top of the other, you can see that the triangle ABC completely covers the triangle ADC. Consequently, we can say that the 2 triangles are mutually congruent, with the help of which we get to know that the sides AB and CD and BC and DA will be of equal measure. Also, angle B and angle D will also be of equal measure. And if we cut this quadrilateral with respect to the diagonal BD, we get 2 triangles ABD and BCD. By placing one triangle on top of another, you can see that triangle ABD completely covers triangle BCD. Hence, we can say that the 2 triangles are mutually congruent, with the help of which we again get to know that the sides AB and CD and DA and BC are of equal measure. Also, we find that angle A and angle C are of equal measure. Therefore, we can say that the opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel and equal, and the opposite angles are of equal measure. Now, can you tell the sum of all the four interior angles of this parallelogram? Perfect! With the help of the quadrilateral angle sum property, we can tell that the sum of all the angles of a parallelogram will be 360 degrees. We have just seen that both pairs of the opposite angles in a parallelogram are of equal measure. Using it, we can write this equation in another way also. Similarly, we can find the sum of angles B and C, angles C and D, and angles D and A. This is 180 degrees. This leads to the conclusion that the adjacent angles of the parallelogram are
supplementary.
Now the question is whether diagonal AC and BD have equal measurements. Find the length of diagonal AC and BD using a scale. You will find that measurement of diagonal AC and BD is not equal. If we
Fold this
parallelogram in such a way that the vertex A completely covers vertex C, now if we
fold this
quadrilateral in such a way that the vertex B comes over the vertex D, by doing this we get the midpoint of the diagonal BD. This is point O. This is also the midpoint of the diagonal AC. Since the midpoint of the two diagonals is the same, we can say that both diagonals of the parallelogram bisect each other. You can verify this by measuring the diagonals with the help of a scale. Today in this video, we understood about the parallelogram and its properties. In the next video, we will see some examples based on these. Welcome all of you to this video. In the previous video, we learned about the parallelogram and its properties. Today, we will see examples based on these. Since now we know about the parallelogram well, now is the time to play a game. The rules of this game are very simple. You will be shown a shape here, and you have to tell whether it is a parallelogram or not. Are you ready? Very good. Let's look at the figure. Is ABCD a parallelogram? We know that the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal and parallel to each other. And as you can see here, AB and DC are parallel lines, but AD and BC are not parallel lines, nor they are opposite sides of this quadrilateral equal. So, ABCD is not a parallelogram. This is a trapezium. Very nice. You all played this game very well. Let us now see a question. If ABCD is a parallelogram, can you find the value of angle A? We know that the adjacent angles of a parallelogram are
supplementary.
Angle A and angle D are
supplementary
angle, so their sum will be 180 degrees. Substituting the value of angle A, that is 2x plus 10, and the value of angle D, that is 3x in this equation, value of x as 34 degrees. Now the question is, how can we find the value of angle A using x? You can see in the figure that the value of angle A is equal to 2x plus 10 degrees. Thus, by substituting the value of x here, we get the value of angle A as 78 degrees. Let us now see another question. The figure ABCD is a parallelogram. If the value of AC is 32 cm and BO is 2 cm more than AO, can you tell the value of diagonal BD? As we know that in parallelogram, both the diagonals bisect each other, so the value of AO and OC will be equal, or we can say that AO will be half of AC. In the question, the value of AC is given 32 cm, which gives us the value of AO 16 cm. According to the question, the length of BO is 2 cm more than AO, which we can write something like this. Can you now find the value of diagonal BD using BO? Well done! The value of BD will be double of BO because both diagonals bisect each other in a parallelogram. In this way, we get the value of BD as 36 cm. Today we saw some examples based on parallelograms and its properties. In the next video, we will see some simple mistakes related to it. Welcome all of you to this video. In the previous video, we saw examples based on parallelograms. Today, we will see some simple mistakes related to it. Ramesh, Suresh and Kamlesh see that if they will answer one of the questions correctly in the newspaper, will get a reward. Ramesh, Suresh and Kamlesh select options 1, 2 and 3 respectively. Can you tell whose answer is right and why? As you can see, the angle C is equal to 8x degrees in the figure. How to get the value of angle A using it? Well done! The value of angle A will also be 8x because the opposite angles of a parallelogram are of equal measure. Now the question is, how will the value of x be obtained? Yes, the value of x will be obtained using the side AB because we know that the values of the opposite sides are equal in the parallelogram. The value of AB will be equal to the value of CD. Let us now see how Ramesh, Suresh and Kamlesh have solved this question. Let us see how Ramesh solved it. Ramesh did not change
the sign
while solving the equation. He made 20 plus 2 instead of 20 minus 2. Therefore, according to Ramesh, the value of x is found to be 7.33 degree. By substituting the value of x into equation 1, Ramesh gets the value of angle A, that is 58.67 degrees, which is the wrong answer. Suresh solved the question in this way. Solving the equation, Suresh gets the value of x as 6 and Suresh takes it as the answer. He forgot that in this question, the value of x is not asked, but the value of angle A is asked. In this way, Suresh gets the value of angle A 6 degrees, which is the wrong answer. Kamlesh tried to calculate the angle A in this way. Solving the equation, Kamlesh gets a value of x as 6. The value of angle A is 8x degrees, in which he substitutes the value of x and gets the value of angle A as 48 degrees. This is the correct answer. We can say that Kamlesh has given the correct answer and won the lottery competition. Today, we saw some common mistakes related to a parallelogram.